What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are going to be jumping into Moon Knight issue number 26. With the death of Moon Knight just on the horizon, we're getting caught up on the Moon Knight series. This issue is going to be focusing on Hunter's Moon, on Dr. Batter, with Moon Knight and his compatriots being the target of a series of attacks by strange and deadly villains from his past. All of this being orchestrated by Black Spectre. But the new Black Spectre's true identity and ultimate goals, they remain a mystery. But when it comes to Hunter's Moon, we find that there is something wrong with him. Something is broken in the Fist of Khonshu. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so we got Hunter's Moon sitting down with Dr. Sternman, the therapist of Moon Knight. Now, he finds it very difficult to even share anything with him. This is not something that would come naturally to him, but his problems have been stemmed from his most recent death, his second death. His first death in the service to Khonshu. Now, for a Fist of Khonshu, this should be nothing, but he is becoming undone. This is almost as if he is on his 10th or 12th death. Right now, Khonshu incarcerated in Asgard. He can no longer resurrect any of his fists. Hunter's Moon was the last resurrection, and even then, it was flawed. Hunter's Moon is concerned on who he is and what he is becoming. This is what takes us to Subterranea, a most recent conflict with Hunter's Moon and some other individuals. The little worshippers of Khonshu, the brothers and sisters of Hunter's Moon and Moon Knight, the worshippers of a god. They live not under the night sky, but under the earth. This is really giving us a history lesson on the first Fist of Khonshu. The first Fist was chosen among these people, chosen to be the first Fist, much like Hunter's Moon. And the first Fist, it lives inside of all the Fists of Khonshu, to include Moon Knight, but Moon Knight is kind of cut off from all the other Fists, where Hunter's Moon, he is connected to them. They are a part of him. As they make their way down these tunnels, they run into men who are mining. Commodore Planet had them digging tunnels, but these tunnels led to nowhere. Whoever had hired Planet to do this, they're trying to do the work again. With Hunter's Moon being the first to strike, we see the past lives of the Fist of Khonshu surrounding the Hunter's Moon, and he is about to lay down some hate. We see him begin to just tear these guys apart. Blood strewn in all directions, broken bones left and right. Since being in service and being a Fist of Khonshu, he has questioned his father's wishes in the past, but the fact remains that his service to Khonshu has saved the lives of those who otherwise would have died. In his eyes, this means that he serves the greatest of the great gods. But in this conflict, we see Hunter's Moon knocked down to the ground, and we have the arrival of Vibro. He was sent here by Black Spectre. Black Spectre believed that he was going to have Moon Knight here. Instead, it is Hunter's Moon. And Hunter's Moon, he knows that Vibro is valuable. A man that isn't simply a faceless minion. He's a man with information. This means Hunter's Moon must take him alive. He must get him talking. But on this night, it was out of his control, with Hunter's Moon being knocked down to the ground, his own weapons used against him. This is where we see the power come out of the Fist of Khonshu. The very first Fist of Khonshu, not only does he help Hunter's Moon rise up, but he completely takes over for a moment. He is able to take Vibro down in an instant. The persona of the dead Fist of Khonshu took over his body, but it was more than that. They had become one. The first Fist, a primordial champion, utterly without mercy. This is what Hunter's Moon had meant when he said that there was a flawed resurrection. The levee has broken, and at times he cannot tell where the other fists end and where he begins. He is losing himself to the dead. He has always known that madness would be his fate at the end of the day, as it is for every Fist of Khonshu. But Moon Knight almost was killed. The Black Spectre intends something terrible for this city. Zodiac has been freed. Spectre, himself, Tigra, the vampire children, they are all at war. He cannot let this personality bleed turn him from warrior to liability. This is where Dr. Sternman lets him know that I'm not sure if I can help you with those issues. She's not a psychic, she's not a mutant, she's not a magician. but what she can offer is talking, saying let's get rid of the formalities. Let's have just a regular conversation, introducing herself as Andrea. Hunter's Moon has gone by many names over the years, but his true name is Yaye. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, I've been saying it for a little bit now, I still don't know how I feel on the death of Moon Knight, but I'm willing to see what direction they're gonna take it, where this is all going to lead us to. I have really liked the addition of Hunter's Moon, there being 2 fists of Khonshu. That really just makes sense. A fist, one for each hand. And Hunter's Moon has been a really unique character, because he's one that sticks to the doctrine like any religious fanatic might. He lives and breathes it. But spending time with Moon Knight, he has gained a little bit of a different perspective. And Hunter's Moon is very unique in the aspect if we compare him to Moon Knight. Hunter's Moon is the one that is able to communicate with the past fists, something that Moon Knight hasn't been able to do. But we see that this is affecting Hunter's Moon in different ways. Maybe the incarceration of Khonshu is the cause of all of this. Regardless, these past fists are beginning to take over Hunter's Moon, which means in a dire situation, this could become a huge liability. This could be putting everybody's lives in jeopardy. And so can he get this under control? Is there a way to figure this out, or the only way figuring this out means breaking out Khonshu from Asgard? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It'll get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having multiple different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only are you helping out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you are unable to do that, do me a favor, make sure that you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.